going to give you guys a look at the 2017 Redshift MX basic components, startup procedure, and what you'll experience when these bikes are in market and you get a chance to ride one. Redshift MX for 2017 will be 5.8 kilowatt hour pack. Front to back we use WP suspension. It's a 4CS suspension, front and rear. Front forks are actually built to our specs, so while it is 4CS, it's not off-the-shelf 4CS. We call it the Alta spec. Braking is handled by Brembo, front and rear. Wheels are Warp 9 Elite. They are a 6061 aluminum made in the USA, so kind of in keeping with engineered and built in California. We use Warp 9 and product's been killer. The bodywork is all clean sheet design in-house. Plastics are manufactured by Cherbis. One cool thing that never really gets pointed out, which I think is really interesting, is thermoplastic subframe. There is no metal in the subframe. There are 4 attachment points on the subframe. Really trick feature is if you unbolt the lower bolts on the left and right side and take the seat out with one bolt, the entire tail pivots up like the hood of a car. So you can work on suspension, you can change final drive, do everything at the track. Very simple, very clean, and 10 minutes to get access to everything. In terms of rider package, very straightforward. Numbers, rake trail, geometry is current, modern motocross bike. We do run a key, which is an interesting feature for a dirt bike, but we find it useful. Taking a look at the dash in its current state gives you speed and mileage as well as state of charge indicator. We have killed the hour meter. Electric bikes and maintenance are a totally different thing, so kind of point of pride that there isn't an hour meter, but there is a odometer for mileage. Startup procedure is simple. Once the key is on, 2-step process. One, bike is essentially on, and when you're ready to ride, you hit start and then throttle is live, and you'll actually hear the contactors for the battery turn on. And that's it. Dash glows green to let you know that the throttle is live. That way your friends don't whiskey throttle you, or you don't make a mistake, you know, on the trail if you drop the bike. Indicator goes away at 3 miles an hour. You ride, come to a stop, indicator comes back on to let you know. Otherwise, this is the Alta Redshift for 2017.
Hi, I'm Derek Dorstein, CTO and co-founder at Alta Motors. For us, it wasn't really about, is it possible to build a motorcycle or electric motorcycle, is it possible to build a better motorcycle with an electric drivetrain? Better than any other electric is a little unfair, because we set out to design a competitive lights class motocrosser, and to my mind, no one else has set out to do that and has done that with an electric drive, right? So comparing us to the other things out there is unfair to us and unfair to them. When you compare our bike to the gas bikes, what makes the Alta Redshift superior is the control that you have of traction, of the application of torque at the rear wheel, the lack of transmission, lack of shifting, the fact that you're not chasing a torque curve. The motor makes peak torque at 0 RPM, so you always have peak torque available. You combine that with a state-of-the-art chassis, and you know the ride quality is really fundamentally different and better. The bike stock is in motocross trim is geared to go about 70 miles an hour. The Alta Redshift Motocross, or MX, retails for $14,995 US. Comes with an off-board charger. The charger is capable of charging the bike from zero in about 2.5 hours. The range is completely dependent on the use case. We've engineered the bike to do 30 minutes plus 2 laps on a motocross track with a pro rider. That ends up in the hands of a intermediate being more like 45-50 minutes of riding on the motocross track, sometimes even more. And if you take it trail riding, where the top speeds are low, right, in single track and technical trail riding, you know, we very regularly go 2.5 or 3 hours of riding like that. The record to date is 5 hours of riding in slow technical trails. I think the electric motocross bike is part of the future of the sport. I still have gas bikes. I still have a lot of gas bikes, and you know, we're not here to take anything away from anybody or to deny any product's place out there. We are here to make a better motorcycle. And if we can continue to make a better motorcycle, we may see more Altas out there than we do now. And in my book, you know, that's success for us.
As you can see, I'm not here. I'm on a dirt bike, but not any ordinary dirt bike. I'm on the Alta Redshift MX electric bike. It's insane. She moves, man. That is insane. It would rival a 250 4-stroke motocross bike in terms of power and performance, and it is heavier than one of those than a regular 250, but it doesn't really feel it on the track to me. In terms of handling and ride quality, it feels like a motocross bike. But I've got in Mach 4 now, the kind of the highest mount. There's 4 mounts, 1 to 4. I went to 4. Now 4 is just a bit more torquey, a bit more snappy off the bottom, we would say, in the conventional motocross world. And like the back end will spin, the front wheel will come up, you can do wheelies. I'll show you. See, front wheel's up there. But again, there's a long straight on the way to the track. I thought I'd give it a go, kind of try and get to top speed. And the straight wasn't long enough, it just kept going, it just kept wanting to pull. It was weird. It's cool, super fun though, like, no way would we be able to ride real motocross bikes around this piece of land here, so close to San Francisco. But yeah, we're here riding Altas. Apparently battery life is like an hour or so, ripping around like this, which isn't the best, like you have to charge it, but it's better than any other electric bikes out there, I believe. But the biggest drawback for me, as we know, I'm a fan of the 2-stroke, is a lack of breath. It's fine, we'll just have to make it ourselves. Oh, push! See, we brap too much. First impressions of this Alta Motors electric bike. It's the first time I'm convinced that this may be the future of our sport. Particularly in the UK, back in the UK where noise is such an issue. Who's going to complain about this? You know? Doesn't bother anyone. Still fun, you still get to ride a dirt bike. Yes, you don't have the petrol head-ness of the smell and noise, which is a shame that it has to go that way, but I'd rather ride this than nothing at all, that's sure. This is a fun little machine, and it'll be interesting to see where Alta Motors take this Redshift MX in terms of the racing world. In terms of suspension, the WP on here seems to work okay, not too many big jumps, but I've had some big hits and survived a tail, so I'm pretty impressed with this bike. I'm going to continue having some fun today. For now, 2 fast max, over and out.